Hi, everyone. Happy lunchtime. This is Elsie Kerns, and today we're having a lunchtime conversation with the spirited, holistic entrepreneurs, because we want to tell you about a special event happening tomorrow night. So, welcome, everyone. Ramona, how about if you start by introducing yourself?
Sure. Hi, I'm Ramona Ndlovu. I'm an integrative marriage and family therapist based in Pennsylvania. I work primarily with women who've experienced childhood trauma and those who love them, turning trauma into triumph and struggle into strength. How about you, Janice?
Hi, everybody. I'm Janice Solomon. I'm located in the New York area, and I am a holistic healthcare practitioner. I specialize in women's health using homeopathy and a process of bringing our energy into our bodies, especially our feminine energy, called Finding Your Feminine Core. And I look forward to having conversation and sharing what it is that would support you most during this time. Heidi.
Thanks, Janice. So I'm Heidi Ferguson. I am based in Philadelphia, and I'm a psychic and medium, and I also do spiritual guidance with my clients. And I'm excited to be here with all of you and to also support you in what your needs are. And during this conversation, bring your questions. That's what we invite you to bring your questions or concerns or anything you want to talk about during this time. Um, I'm really excited about tomorrow night. So thanks. Elsie.
Thank you, everyone. Well, tomorrow night we're going to do conversations with on Zoom live, and it is also going to be recorded for replay. It's a free event. We want to hear from you about embracing change. How can we walk together in clarity? How do you embrace change? It's been an amazing year, 2020, and 2021 is shaping up to be somewhat similar. So, Ramona, how do you embrace change? Because I know you deal with this a lot with your clients.
Yeah, that's a really good question. Embracing change. Well, one of the things that I really love about the idea of doing this conversation is the togetherness aspect, and that we don't have to do it alone. And as human beings in general, most of us are reluctant when it comes to change. We kind of like things the same, and it allows us to kind of be on autopilot and just float along. But when there's change in the air, we can get a little hesitant, nervous, anxious, and see it as initially probably something that we want to sort of step back from or steer away from. And when we do it together, when we have company, when we have support, when we have collaboration, then oftentimes it can feel more like an adventure. It can feel more like, let's go exploring. Let's look into this. We can move into a space of more curiosity about it rather than fear. And so one of the big things that I do to embrace change personally and encourage my clients to do really is to buddy up. Get at least one buddy, and if you can get more, because the more we feel like we're not alone, oftentimes the better able we are to handle change, to, like I said, look at it with curiosity, which opens up options and possibilities rather than feeling like we're closed in and limited and it's this or it's that. So that's one of the ways that I embrace change and encourage my clients to embrace change. I think that's a really good question to ask Heidi. I'm curious, Heidi.
Yeah, so I thank you. I want to piggyback on that by saying, many of us, not everyone, but many of us during this month of February are or might be experiencing some blues, some depression. Winter is long, and with the snow and the impending snow that's coming, it makes it feel much longer and much harder. The cold, we want to kind of go within, which is important, but it's also really important, obviously, for myself, because I've been experiencing some blues this week. And so what I've been doing is I've been reaching out. Janice and I have been, connecting for a long time. And so we check in with each other. And then even the four of us, we've been meeting probably once a week. So that's been really helpful, having my sisterhood, having my circle of women, of camaraderies. I mean, that's just so important to me. So, yeah. And, one of the things that I've been doing just to kind of shift my energy is go outside and breathe in the cold air, feel it in my nostrils, feel it in my lungs. It just feels really good. Like, even if my eyeballs feel like they're free, like like they're freezing, because it does feel like that. That's okay, because I'm going to be back inside within a few minutes. But it just feels good just to shift some energy and to get our blood really moving. Yeah, so I love that. And also the other thing that I want to add is that I know at some point Janice will be sharing, and we'll all be sharing our gifts. And one of the things that Janice has done several times is finding your feminine core and ways to just move, really easy ways to move your body, to just shift some energy. So I've been doing some of those practices, which have been really helpful. And I have to say, I'm kind of surprised that I remember them. I mean, I'm like, wow, I'm remembering to do something simple like this or whatever. But it's all really important for my well-being, and I can assure you that it would be helpful to you all as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Should I jump in, or you want to, Elsie?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I mean, the reason I love our group and I love that we're having these conversations is that what everybody says, like, it resonates, and then that makes like a little something pop for me, like, oh yeah, oh, and if you're watching and you're kind of feeling that, I hope you'll come and join us tomorrow night, because that's what we do. We share, but we listen, and then we have more conversation, because that's what our feminine energy loves. And that's so much of what Finding Your Feminine Core is about, is connecting with feminine energy. So for me, embracing change is more of that kind of flowy energy, that feminine energy, whereas what you were saying, Ramona, I just want to keep it going, is a little bit more in line with the masculine energy. And don't confuse this with being masculine or feminine. It's just energy. It could be blue and purple energy. It doesn't matter. You can call it whatever you want. But what I find challenging when there is change, so it's not necessarily something I'm asking for, but it's coming upon me, is not to get kind of like that stiff, I just have to get through this, and remind myself to do like what you were saying, Heidi. How can I find some movement in myself? Because movement's going to help me connect back deeper into myself, into my feminine. And also the other thing is that we all get stuck in our habitual patterns, which have been with us probably since we're about 3 years old. And I'm actually meaning our energetic patterns, as well as our emotional and all the other things. They get set pretty early in our life. And then we come to this point where there's a lot of different things changing, looking at our world. And some part of, like, me in my habitual pattern has a way to respond to it. And this embracing change and doing it together, that's so, like, talk about that fresh air. That feels so nice. Oh, wow, I don't have to do this all by myself. So I can embrace change with support. Or if I don't even know how to change, I can hear something from one of you or someone who might come on and join us tomorrow night. Yeah, what about you, Elsie? I always love to hear what you're going to say.
Well, thanks, Janice. One of the things that I remind clients and myself is the fact that when we are in the process of change, people talk about how they also get into a lot of fear. So I remind them, you cannot be in fear and gratitude at the same time. Yeah, so it helps to do some journaling, create some affirmations. Just write each day at least 3 things that you are grateful for. And despite all the problems we've had in this country, we're still very, very fortunate to be here and have as much as we have. So a lot of change is still going to come in 2021, and we would like to help you through that and talk you through it with our conversations and different advice that we can offer you. But equally important, we want to hear where you are, how you embrace change, and what's happening. So once again, this is going to be on tomorrow night, Thursday, February 11th, and we're on a new moon. So it begins a whole new month. You can click the link below or join us. We'll also send you the link so you can register and be a part of our evening from 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we would love to hear from you, to have you part of the She Conversations. Okay, ladies, what else? One last word from everyone?
Oh, one word.
Like,
Or a couple words.
I'm excited. I feel excited. The potential of what we're going to do tomorrow night is feeling good.
I'm also excited. I'm looking forward to being with and to be conversing with other women, and just making, the potential of our circle getting larger is really exciting, and having new personalities come in and new points of view. I'm just excited about it all. And then I also want to say that this is for women, females, people who identify as that. Yeah, so we just look forward to seeing everyone.
Ramona?
I'm looking forward to the music. I can't wait to, get it on. So it's going to be a fun time.
Thanks. I want to just thank Joyce and Lorena for joining us on this live Facebook. And again, please click the link. Join us tomorrow night on the new moon. Remember, we have stepped into the age of Aquarius, the divine feminine. So we would like to hear from all of you divine ladies tomorrow, Thursday, February 11th, on that new moon, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be live on Zoom. And once you register, we'll get that Zoom link to you. So ladies, I can't wait till tomorrow night. We'll look forward to all of you being here, as well as Heidi said, new perspectives. We'll have a little music going and get a chance to just hear from you and how you are embracing change. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Elsie, for setting this up.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. See you tomorrow.